Hey guys, it's Rich with another Tarot Talk Tuesday. In this one I am doing the English Magic Tarot. This is one that I got. I thought it looked interesting, and haven't really didn't really jive with the cards yet. But anyway, I will talk more about that whenever I actually do the reveal. And 2-part box, nice, hard cardboard, much appreciated. Like I always say, my tarot really doesn't live in a box, so not really a big issue if it's hard cardboard or a flimsy little cardboard box. Let's see what the book has to say. This is done by Rex Van Ryn, R-Y-N. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Steve Dooley and Andy Letcher. And a foreword by Philip Carr-Gomm, author of the Book of English Magic. And this is produced by Wiser Books. So, anyway, this came out in 2016, and it goes into, let's see, a dedication, a foreword. I have not read this book. I haven't dealt with these cards other than looking at them, putting them back in the box, having them ready for a review. So anyway, we have an introduction, a little bit about the period, what is English magic, the endless story. And you know what, if I read this, I'd probably have a greater appreciation for it than what I do at this moment. On the genesis of English Magic Tarot, and then it says signposts on the way, cards and their meanings. It gives a little preface for that, and then we go into the major arcana, where it gives about a total of a page worth of text from the bottom of this page to about midway for that one. A little image of the card, and that follows out throughout the majors. Let's flip on through for the minors, see how they're presented. And it doesn't look like it gives reversal meanings. So if you don't read reversals, that's fine. If you do read reversals, this probably isn't the deck to start reading with for reversals as far as from the companion book. For the minor arcanas, let's see if this is a common thing. Yeah, they give about a page or so. Let's get you a good one there. They give you about a page with a smaller picture. So, yeah, kind of liking that. A good bit of information, a good why behind what they do. And then it goes into using the cards, and it talks about spreads. They give 1, 2, 3, 4 spreads. Awesome. And then something called the Memory Theater. And let's see what they say about this. And I think this is an exercise. I'm not sure, and I'm not going to read through it because I have other decks to review. And, you know, I will read it. It looks interesting. It looks intriguing. But I'm not going to sit here and read it and, you know, waste y'all's time, waste my time while I'm in the middle, because I will forget what the heck I'm talking about whenever I finish reading that, and I will forget that the camera's even on. So, anyway, then he gives further reading here. Yeah, so nice bibliography, and then acknowledgments and about the authors. So, yeah, looks like a good book. Looks like a book that I will definitely need to read to kind of connect more with the cards. One thing I do want to say about the cards, whenever they come in, first of all, some of the newer decks that I've seen are starting to do this where they're side by side. Bonefire did it, and I think there was another one that did that. Anyway, this one, like I was saying in those videos that had them, I think the Bonefire, I mentioned it, and there was another one that I mentioned it too, where they have these little strips of paper. Sometimes they have plastic. This one has paper, and yeah, this one's actually kind of hard to get off. So yeah, you peel that and boom, it's open. A lot easier for doing reveals. I don't know if it really protects the cards as much as doing cellophane all around them, but I've not had any problems with those getting damaged with just a little band. You protect your carbon footprint a little bit more. You reduce what you're using, so that is appreciated. So now my cards are sliding around. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys down so we can look at them side by side with the Rider-Waite-Smith. Okay, like I said, these do come with a... And I'm getting cat hair all over the place because the cat was just up here. These do come with this paper that these just do slip right off if you don't want to rip it. But I'll set that aside. I've already looked through these cards. I actually put them back into their little paper pieces. So I remembered to talk about that I do appreciate that they're doing that. Anyway, things that you get. You get a title card. Looks like 2 title cards. Okay. One thing I don't like is the back. The back is, it's not reversible. It's not really speaking to me. But you know what? I don't usually look at the back, so that's okay. I can live with that. They are about the same length, but they are a little bit wider. Just a little bit. So there's that. We have that title card, so those are new bookmarks for me. And then we get into the cards. Oh, wait. Before I go into the cards, thickness, a little bit thicker than your Rider-Waite-Smith decks. So, yeah, that's a thing. And the finish, they kind of have like a matte finish, but it's not like it's a smooth matte finish. It's not a bad finish at all. It's a very nice finishing on the card. So let's go ahead and get into the actual flip through, because of course that's why you guys come here. The majors are all borderless, but they don't really speak to me as being like a Rider-Waite-Smith clone. So to me, I would have to really look through the book and connect more with them in the way that the book presents it, and make that connection. So for me, not really feeling it right now. That could definitely change in the future. It's happened in other decks. So I've fallen in love with the deck and had them no longer speak with me on being part of my readings. And I might fall back into, jiving with them again. I hope that makes sense. Some of them, they do keep to the Rider-Waite-Smith style. Like this one. In a quick little look through the book, I think they said that this is Isaac Newton. And it goes on from there to explain, how he's connected to the star. So stuff like that is something that I'm going to have to look into the book, make sure that I understand why they picked what they picked, and go from there.
This, for me, is not a take it out of the box and go type of deck. Now, my big complaint about this deck, probably the biggest complaint of all about this deck, is you have borderless, nicely done. I mean, the artwork is nice. I have no complaints about that. The majors are all borderless, and then you have this huge border on the minors, and you can't make them borderless because then you'd have to cut your majors down. So you're taking away from the majors to match the minors. It just, that really irritates me about this deck. There may be a reason why they did that, but I don't know why. That is my big complaint about this deck. Now, one thing I will say is that all this little writing, even that stuff, you have to know what it's saying. All these little symbols in there. And they go all throughout this deck. And I think it was Willowwind, the Thrifty Witch, that said if you put them together, they in a certain way and all that, they create the Emerald Tablet. Now, I'm not really sure how true that is, and I think she was talking about something that she heard from somebody else and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. Like I said, I've taken these out of the box once, well, probably twice, because I went back and I made sure that all of the cards were in the decks, especially after I found 2 decks that didn't have a full deck. Yeah. But those got replaced and everything was okay. So I've probably looked at these a total of, this is the 3rd time. Like I said, I like the artwork. Not my usual style of artwork, but I do like it. It's just the odd symbolism here and there that I don't understand. And that could be because of the time period in which it's supposed to be set in. That could totally be it. Some of them, like I said, they don't seem to fit in the Rider-Waite-Smith style, but some of them do. And it could be because I don't know the meaning behind them, so that's on me. Not like the Terra Apocalypsis that I did a review on before, that you can take right out of the box and start doing a reading. I have a few decks that I can do that with. As soon as I buy them, boom, I'm doing a reading with them. But I don't think this would be one of those decks. At least not without reading the book first. So, how does it shuffle? Fairly well. No problems on the sideways shuffle. See how the bridge does. Very nice. Nice smooth finish. No complaints about that whatsoever. Like I said, the biggest complaint that I have is this huge border. I don't understand why. It's not something that I'm particularly fond of. I don't mind borders, but I mean the border takes up probably a good quarter of the card. It's just way too big. If they did a slimmer border and even did a border on the majors, I would be okay with that. But I don't know their reasoning. Maybe it's in the book. It could be in the book, but I'm not sure. So that is my unboxing, my reveal and review of the English Magic Tarot. And instead of butchering their names again, I am just going to say that is by, if I can get the glare off of it, those people. So, okay. Because I hate butchering people's names. So I will work with this deck as far as trying to figure out all the little details about it. And if I end up using it as a working deck, or as a study deck, or just as a nice little go to it every once in a while, see if I connect with it, and if I don't, walk away for a little bit. Who knows? I could either learn to love it or just pass it on to somebody else eventually, if I really try and I don't connect with it and continue not connecting with it. So, kind of on the fence about this one, but I know there are people out there that do like this. There are some people out there that absolutely love this deck. And yeah, that's all that I have for this week with the English Magic Tarot. Until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.